And we're back. Thanks for joining us again on the Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast. It's me. It's that MaTT. And riding with me again, as always, is my broski.
From another, no, just kidding.
No, this from the same mother.
But the same Moski. What's going on, guys?
Moski.
What's going on, guys?
So let me share this to my Discord followers.
You got those?
Well, to share it to the people that I am on a Discord with.
There you go. No, I'm just shitting.
Like they probably give a shit less, but
no, they give a shit less. Look at people are already here. Wildcat, what's going on, big guy? Thank you for joining us.
What's good? Welcome to Huge Pop Wrestling Podcast. We are going to be talking about the Royal Rumble and giving our opinions. Our opinions, people. It's all opinion based. There's no right or wrong answer.
What's up, Wildcat? What's going on?
What's going on, Wildcat? Thanks for stopping in and hanging out with us on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon.
Opinions there will be, yes, for sure. So
I mean, that's all. I mean, I thought the Royal Rumble as a whole was a lot better than it was last year. Like as a show, I felt that this year's Rumble was a lot better than last year's. So which match do we want to start with and break it? I mean, do we want to start up and go in order, or?
Yeah, might as well. Let's start with the first huge thing that happened, in my opinion, was Pat McAfee. I think they did that right.
I love that. Like, that was probably, if I'm going to be honest, that was my huge pop moment of the night. Like, I got up. Like, I'm Pat. I love Pat McAfee. I mean, I'm glad he's back. He's home, and I think you're going to see him and Corey Graves at Mania.
Yeah, that's true. And I just love the entrance. He's just a phenomenal star.
I love the whole.
Yeah, that was good. And so that was the big pop of the. Not, I don't know if that'd be my huge pop of the night, but I got up for that. So, I
mean, we're gonna get to the absolute holy shit moment of the night later on in the show. Yeah. But what's going on, Sammy?
But that was an awesome. Hey, Sammy, that was an awesome entrance. The way to start the Rumble off for sure. So then we had the Royal Rumble match,
and the match itself, they booked Gunther amazing. I felt
yes, they did book him, and all that Royal Rumble match did for him was solidify himself as a huge threat to the whole wrestling WWE and everything. That guy, he's phenomenal, man.
And thank you, Sammy, for popping in. I appreciate you and everybody that's in the chat that's not brave enough to say hey and comment. It's okay. It's a safe space in here. Just because we have different opinions doesn't mean we have to. Gunther has a face I want to punch.
I don't disagree.
I mean, if you're badass enough, I guess you can step up and take a swing. But no, Gunther was booked the proper way. Mm-hmm. Because now he can go to Mania and take a shot at Brock or Bobby or someone take on a big name. Just because he lost doesn't mean he got buried.
Right. I was just happy to see that Brock only lasted 3 minutes in that ring because I did not want to see another Rumble where Brock destroys everybody and the same old crap. So
there was 3 people that if they would have won, I probably would have been the most pissed off person on the face of the planet.
Yeah,
and they are Brock, Bobby, and Omos. And if any of those 3 would have won, I would have been like, no, this is Vince running shit again, and I'm just done.
Yep, I agree, 100%.
But
I would say the Royal Rumble, the men's Royal Rumble, set up a lot did a lot for several guys, several people.
I mean, it pushed Dom.
Pushed Dom. It did.
And I hate saying it, he looked pretty good out there.
He looked better than I thought he would. I would say that. He looked decent. And now he's coming back, and he's still a little rusty, in my opinion, on the mic, but he's getting better.
If I have to hear him say that whole thing about you wouldn't last 2 minutes inside the pen, I say, like, come on, bro.
Come on, you don't you laugh at that though?
I laugh, but it's like, really?
It's like, come on.
I mean, dude, you went to juvie. It's essentially what you did.
I'll never forget the Friday before the Royal Rumble. He said that to the Usos, and Jimmy's like, "What the are you talking about, bro?"
You know what we call Usos in the pen? We call them wannabe essays, man. I'm like, really?
What about Logan Paul? Holy shit!
That spot he did with Ricochet was a nasty.
That was epic, dude. That blew my mind, And the thing is, we've talked about celebrities being in stuff like this, but I don't know.
He's not a celebrity at this point.
Was he born to be a wrestler?
He
put on a show.
Logan Paul at this point is not a celebrity. Is
he the next David Arquette?
No. Okay. Absolutely not. Yeah. David Arquette is the only David Arquette, and we have to acknowledge him as the greatest WCW champion of all time.
Right. That's the best thing to do.
And remember, no, Mike's not here. I'm a Mike disciple. we all worship at the altar of David Arquette.
Some of you guys did. Not me.
Oh, Sammy, it goes a lot deeper than just with yeah.
Dummy, yeah.
Oh, okay. We'll get to that in a minute.
I couldn't resist.
Cody wins the Rumble. I'm not mad at it. I got the shirt. I love it. Now, could they have pushed someone else over? Yeah. Was it the right person to go over? I feel it is.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you have to.
You don't bring him back and not let him win.
I mean, Seth Rollins. Go ahead, sorry.
I think he shouldn't have entered at 30.
Right.
He's
catching a lot of heat for that.
I don't think he should have won on at 30. I think he should have gone in there and at like maybe 20, 22.
Yeah. No, but the WWE and Cody are getting a lot of heat for, you're 30, you're the number 30, so you didn't have to last as long, blah, 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 blah. But the right guy won. I mean.
No, he did suffer a small injury in that match. I guess one of his eardrums popped on him. Okay. And he couldn't hear out of one of his ears for pretty much the whole time he was out there.
Right. But I love how they set up a Seth Rollins Logan Paul match somewhere down the road, near future.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that was just insane. So they're gonna bump heads, and of course Edge and Finn are gonna get their last hurrah.
They're gonna get busy. They're going to get busy.
That's gonna be good. So
now everyone's all like the whole thing with Rey Mysterio, right? Like he didn't come out at 17. And it was kind of like, oh my God, like he got jumped in the back. Well, no, they were hiding an injury. He took a really nasty bump the night before on SmackDown against Karrion Kross. Yeah. And so he wasn't able to be in the Rumble. I mean, they played it they played off great though with the whole Dom coming on and doing that whole thing with the mask. I thought that was really cool.
That you had to do that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You had to somehow have Dom be the one that took them out, somehow, some way.
Damian Priest seemed like he played it off as he's the one that did it.
Well, yeah, but Dom had to come out with the mask. I mean, no,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have been right for Damian Priest to come out with the mask, whatever. And I was kind of like, I'm glad they did it that way. I'm glad they didn't bring him into the Rumble. You know what I'm saying? As a guy getting jumped and he comes back, one of those loophole. That's the one thing I
Yeah.
didn't like about Rumbles is those loopholes. So I'm glad
Hey.
they did that. They did that exactly the way they should have.
Hey, Joey, congrats on that 1K follower, buddy. Congrats on that.
King Joey, 1K. Whoop, whoop. Let's go.
I know how hard that can be to get to that spot, and holy shit, proud of you, buddy.
Yep.
So we had where was I going?
No idea.
Rumble. I mean, it's like we said at the top of the show, it set up a lot of it set up a lot of storylines.
It's good.
It just did. Like Seth Rollins could go in like 5 different directions with anything. He could go Logan Paul.
Yep.
He could continue his stuff with Theory.
Mm-hmm.
He could go at a couple other guys in there that just made sense. I think The Miz was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
He could have a great storyline with Johnny Gargano. I think those guys could all go great together. And the one spot that it was cool to see it happen, but it made zero sense to me, and that was the Booker T thing.
Yeah. They had to bring back some. Go ahead.
The one legend / hidden door, or like hidden person in that match, and you bring back Booker T.
He still has it, man. Just that Spinaroonie.
That Spinaroonie was botched horribly, but
well,
I mean,
it was good enough. It was good enough to do it at his age. I'm sorry. He did it good enough at his age.
Absolutely, Joey. We will do that. But it was, I mean, like we said, Cody winning. Did you catch his whole, when he did this, he went, and then like that?
Yeah, I did. I wasn't sure what he was, but I see him do that.
That's a Bullet Club nod, I feel.
Yeah, that could be.
And, I mean.
Well, look who came to the show. Let's not talk about me. I'm just saying.
Is that, but now people are saying that might not be a picture from Saturday.
I think you're going to end up seeing some people coming from AEW over here. Something's in the works.
For those who didn't see the picture, or those who have seen the picture and have found out if it's real or not, let us know in the chat. There was a picture taken, we're assuming before the Rumble, of Cody walking in to the backstage, and behind him was absolute Ricky Starks. And that picture is floating around the internet. I don't know if it's like a real thing. I mean, I kind of hope it is a real thing, because Ricky Starks is a free agent in July. And I would love to see Ricky Starks come over and be WWE.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would just be amazing. He's like we've talked a lot on Thursdays about him being the next young Rock. We talked about that. He's got the charisma. He's got the style, and I think he could be this generation's Rock.
Yep, I think so. I mean, what he's going to do his little thing over there in AEW with MJF and be done with it. And by July, what better place to come?
And then a year after that, we have the bidding war of 2024.
Yep.
My boy could be coming too. But anyway, we're getting off the topic there. But I was really hoping to see more Forbidden Door stuff. I think we were all hoping for a Matt Cardona, Switchblade, Nick Aldis. We were hoping for that. We didn't get it, but we still got a really good Rumble.
Yeah. I'm not too mad about the Booker T. I think it played respect to the guy. I'm not too upset about that, but I think you're right. I think we're hoping to see Matt Cardona or maybe Will Ospreay or whoever. That'd have been pretty cool. But
I would have loved to see Pat McAfee just jump over the table and jump in. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
But so then we go to what I call the glow stick on a pole match. I mean, it was what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, you had L.A. Knight. Yeah. Let me talk to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Dummy. Yeah. Get him. Yeah. Get the ads up in the chat.
I'm glad. Blow the chat up with
yeah. Dummy. Yeah.
I'm glad that's over.
What is it?
It's got to be. They got to move on to bigger and better things.
I mean, it was what it was. I mean,
it was. I give it a eh. I mean,
it was the fun. It was different.
I love the humanized characters from Funhouse. I like that.
Those were cool.
I
loved. I thought it was interesting that Uncle Howdy totally
botched that freaking.
Yeah. Wow, he was a country mile away from freaking.
I watched the video before we came out here, and I watched it from. They shot it from way in the crowd, and I didn't realize he missed him by about that far.
Oh, it was bad.
I was like, come on. I was like, who are you? What are you doing?
Because everyone thinks it's Bo Dallas, right? Everyone's all like, oh, that's Uncle Howdy's Bo Dallas. Well, you know why he missed that elbow?
Why?
Because he didn't believe.
There you go. He didn't believe in himself.
He didn't believe that he could hit the. Anyway.
Well, that's good.
My poor attempt at humor. But no, I just don't think that he. Yeah, it could have went a little longer. I wanted it to be a little bit more violent.
Yeah.
I wanted Bray to just beat the living snot out of LA Knight.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't get into. I mean, cool on the face transferring. That was okay, but I was like, yeah, I guess so.
Well, they're saying that he doesn't want to revisit the Fiend.
Okay.
Like he wants
them teeth were sharp as hell.
Yeah, those
are the nasty teeth.
Did you? I guess he had like some sort of like body paint that showed him as like the body paint itself had the Mountain Dew logo on it.
Did it?
I was like, really? But on the side of his head, it was it said W6.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
The Wyatt 6. I don't know.
It was good. I mean, I'm not going to say it was a shitty match. It was good, and it was just like some people said in the chat, too short. You said that you wish there was more violence. Yeah, I would have thought there would have been more violence.
I was hoping for something along the lines of like a Boiler Room Brawl.
Yeah.
And not just a glow stick match.
Right.
I love the fact that the kendo stick was made out of glow sticks. That was just. Right.
I was waiting for Naomi to come out or something.
Feel the glow.
But that didn't happen. So.
So Bray wins. We had that spot in the end. The spot at the end was pretty cool, though. I will say that.
Yeah.
Was that the second match, or did I skip over the?
I don't know. I can't remember the lineup, but that's what I had second match as.
Okay. Well, the third match was Alexa versus Bianca.
I couldn't make enough popcorn for that match.
I struggled with that one. I mean,
The wrong person won.
and it didn't set anything up. Like, if you're going to have her lose, then it needed to be something along the lines of like Uncle Howdy getting involved, or Uncle Harper,
Right.
whoever she's rolling with. To me, it just didn't do it for me.
Right. I mean, the ending, the way they did the ending, if that would have made more sense if Bliss would have won. You know, that little thing, because there was a little interaction with Uncle Howdy and Bliss or whatever. But
Well, it would have been better if he like came walking out
yeah.
instead of just show up on the Titantron or whatever.
Right. That's the thing. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I was not that I don't like the Uncle Howdy and the Bray Wyatt and all that stuff, but they hype it up so much. For this is a good example. They hyped it up so much, and just to have Uncle Howdy to show up on a Titantron at the end of that Bliss loss, I was like, you could have done more.
Yeah.
Come down or do something, you know. But I guess we'll see that as we go on throughout the weeks and months and years of WWE.
So. Yeah, those puppets. Andrew's the one that caught it and told me about it, and you were like, "Dad, did you see that? Did you see that? That's pretty cool." Like, yeah, I didn't see it until like the second one.
Right.
So I didn't see Huskus. I saw like from Mercy the Buzzard on, or the Witch on.
Then they showed up in the skybox.
At
the end. That was pretty cool.
When Bray's doing this and the fire's shooting up, and they're all like,
yeah.
I'm like, all right, maybe they start getting more involved. I don't know.
Right.
So, again, the Alexa match. Sorry, guys. It was what it was. I mean, it wasn't anything that I'm not going to go and replay that match.
No, I ain't gonna look that up on YouTube.
No. I mean, the wrong woman won, but I don't know if that's going to set up something for Elimination Chamber for a third installment.
Please not. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
And if they do, I think if they don't take it off of Bianca, because what are you going to do? We'll get to that next. Okay. The Women's Rumble was entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
They finally booked Rhea the way that she should be. And I'm going to jump ahead to last night on Raw. Why? Triple H, let me talk to you. Let me talk to you. Yeah. Why are you booking Rhea when she is on Monday Night Raw with the goddamn Judgment Day in a SmackDown match against Charlotte freaking Flair? Why? It makes no sense. None. Why?
Yeah. You're right. I mean, that didn't make. I didn't catch that until you just said it. That doesn't make sense at all. Why, if you're on Raw, you're gonna take her away from the Judgment Day, which that's wrong, absolutely wrong to do. To put her on SmackDown, and that's dumb.
Hey Vince, we see you.
Wow.
It's stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb.
I mean, are they preparing for the Judgment Day to beat the Usos and get the SmackDown belts and just bring them over as well, and have the Usos keep or whatever's left of the Usos keep the Raw Tag Team Champions? I don't know. It could go that way, I guess.
Or does Sammy and Kevin Owens take the Raw belts off of the Usos and go over to Raw?
Somehow the Judgment Days are going to get involved with the Usos and the title belts. I have a feeling. I've seen many pictures lately of of Judgment Day having the women's belt and the tag team belt. So
I don't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense at all. But the women's rumble itself was fast paced and very much had the surprises that we would have liked to have seen from the men's rumble.
Right.
Chelsea Green made her debut or her return, and they didn't botch that spot. We'll get to the biggest botch of the night, but in a minute. But they booked her so soft. She's basically the Charmin girl now. She's another Emma because you had her literally get in the ring and then get tossed out.
3 seconds, I think they said. So.
That was a big pop. Everyone was yes, Chelsea Green, and then but now she's gone. Okay.
Yeah.
But the biggest botch of the night, Nia Jax.
Why are we gonna have her back here?
I'm not mad at it. A lot of people hate it. Come at me in the chat. I don't really care. She is a draw. She is a draw. She is an Andre the Giant style draw. Not of that magnitude, but she is someone that people will come to see.
Yeah.
She's had some very bad luck as far as the injuries that she has caused.
Right.
I'm not totally 100% on board with her being a horrible in-ring worker. She does have things that she needs to clean up and improve on. But I think her character is tremendous. When she came out and she's like, I'm going to beat all you bitches. Yeah, that's cool, man. But her character work is great. Her in-ring work needs to be stepped up and worked on. But I don't think it was a bad. Everyone's all like, she needs to never wrestle again, yada yada yada. Well,
I think I'd have her wrestle more than I would. I was upset when they brought. I'm not even try her name, but they brought Doudrop back.
Piper Niven.
I don't know.
I think that was great.
You do? I was like, okay. What do you go with her? What are you going to do with her?
Well,
same thing you did with her before.
Maybe she's the one that chases after Bianca next. Give her a big opponent.
I hope not.
But it also might be Nia who gets her shot at Bianca.
Right. I'd rather see that than Piper, whatever face name is. Piper Niven. There you go.
I didn't mind it. I'm just glad that they got rid of the whole Doudrop gimmick and let her be Piper Niven. Because that Doudrop gimmick is garbage. And I guess I can't remember her last name, but it's CJ. CJ, or everyone knows her as Lana, was backstage as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
She did a couple of TikTok videos and stuff with Natalia and that kind of stuff backstage. So pretty cool.
I love Lacey Evans' new
CJ Perry. That's what it is. CJ Perry.
Love Lacey Evans' salute to Sergeant Slaughter. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, she's gonna be a badass.
Yeah, so that was just respectful how they have her doing the Sergeant Slaughter stuff, and that was pretty
Lieutenant Hut. Yeah. So we might not get to Monday Night Raw, but it doesn't hurt my feelings any because they dropped the ball on a lot of things.
I think that what the women's Royal Rumble did for me was it set up. Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan were number 1 and number 2. They also were the ones that finished it. Liv Morgan, man, that has to set up for some great things for her going forward. She put on a show.
That's why I don't understand why they're bringing Rhea over to SmackDown, because that's
Right.
where Liv is.
Yeah.
Liv is over in SmackDown. There's no reason for them to have
Right.
1 and 2
Right.
on the same show.
Oh, yeah, that's a mistake. You're right.
But Rhea wins like she should have 3 years ago when Bianca won her first.
Yeah.
God, okay. I could spend the next half hour, 45 minutes telling you why Bianca Belair should not be the WWE champion, but we're not going to get into that because I am
So
not a fan.
before we head to that last match of the night, I want to thank WrestleBox for being a sponsor. You can go to the Loot Crate or Crate Joy and look up WrestleBox. Google WrestleBox. Use the promo code Huge Pop and get a 15% off discount. Thanks for everybody in the chat. Thanks for the people following and listening, and it makes this a lot funner, if that's a word.
A lot more fun.
Thanks my bros for coming on Tuesdays and Thursdays to put in action a dream that we both have, and so we're having fun. I just want to throw that all out there.
So the last match of the night, Roman KO. The match was very, very entertaining. It was what we thought it was going to be. It was a absolute slugfest, right? We wanted to see these two guys just beat the snot out of each other, and they did.
They did. For sure.
And the right person won. Roman should not have lost.
Well,
I know there's people out there that think that his title reign is stale, and it is kind of like you kind of know that he's going to win these matches and throw those ones up in the chat. Acknowledge him.
Ones.
You the twos, and we the ones. So, yeah, Roman winning, not a surprise.
No.
But what followed, that absolute beatdown that the Bloodline put on Kevin Owens. And then the turn, it's not the turn of the century, but it's one of the biggest turns since, it's the biggest turn since, it's the biggest chair shot since Seth hit Roman on Monday Night Raw and went to the corporation.
Right. If you watch that chair shot and you compare it to the Seth Rollins chair shot, it's almost like you fell the exact same way when you got hit.
He had practice.
So come on, I understand you practice that, but dude, make it look different. But that was huge.
Now, that's what everyone wants to talk about. We want to talk about that whole what happened with what's going on with the Bloodline. Is Jay gone? We know Sammy's done. We know Sammy's out.
What I got out of what Jay was basically saying, dudes, it's over. Let's just walk away. I mean, is that what Roman Reigns wanted him to do? No, probably not. He probably wanted to get up there and take shots, but I don't think he's done out of the Bloodline. If they get him out of the Bloodline, that's stupid. I think he'd go other ways with that storyline, except for removing him from the Bloodline. He was basically, and he'll probably say this on Friday night, dude. It should have been. They were lifeless. What's the point?
I do love the Bloodline. I really do. But when the crowd started chanting "Fuck you, Roman,"
yeah,
I was like, "Wow, that's and there's a TikTok. I'll have to try to find it and reshare it, where they were chanting that, and then out of nowhere, like you see, like they panned to Pat McAfee, And Pat McAfee like looks up in the crowd like, damn, like, and Michael Cole just looks speechless. Corey Graves is standing there like,
right,
what do we say? Like,
right.
waiting for Triple H or someone in the back to be like, hey, talk about this. But like they went radio silence, like no one was talking about anything, and it was F you Roman.
Right.
F you Roman. It's like, oh.
I mean, I don't know. It'll be interesting where they go with it. I've seen a lot of people's opinions on what they're going to do with it. I will say this storyline is probably the best storyline we've seen in a long time.
WWE wise, yes.
Yes. You know, I even think it's better than when Stone Cold and Vince McMahon had their feuds. All those good storylines. I think the story. I think so.
That's the Stone Cold Vince stuff is iconic.
You're gonna see this stuff on this so the Bloodline, Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens on as iconic as well. I think that stuff has some power to it.
I think this ranks up there with I would put it in the same category as when the Shield broke up.
It's huger than that. I think. That's just my opinion.
But so that ended the show.
So what do you think? What do you think Jay's gonna do, man?
Who knows? I mean, Jay was the first one to stand up to Roman at the beginning. And he's posted on Instagram, let's run it back.
Okay.
Are we going to see main event Jay? I mean, and do it in front of a crowd instead of on the video screens?
Sure.
Or is this basically stringing Sammy along for a bigger beatdown?
So my question with this Jay thing, if Jay leaves, they can't bring Solo in to be the tag partner and hold the titles. Can they just replace with whoever, or the titles going to be gone?
Yeah, I don't know at that point. Do you have a tag team tournament?
I mean, do they get stripped of all their titles because of Jay? I don't know.
So, Monday Night Raw, there was two good spots, in my opinion. The Cody Rhodes segment at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then Rhea announcing that she's going to SmackDown.
Let me see.
I mean, the matches were decent, but you don't necessarily need to have bangers on the night after a pay-per-view.
Right. I was pumped with the Becky Lynch Bailey segment.
Okay, yeah.
That was good. That was good.
The promos that were cut last night were really solid, but the matches were like, okay, well.
I mean, did you hear what Bailey said about Becky's husband? You can't even satisfy your husband. And then up in Twitter popped a picture, it's an old picture of Seth and Bailey hugging. And I'm like, oh shit, here we go. It's going to another one of these. I'm going to bring your family into it and blah, blah, blah. That was intense. That was good. That was a good promo. But the Cody Rhodes promo was on point. Of course, he's always on point. So,
well, here's the thing: like, do they go ahead and let him be champion? Like, is he the one that takes? Is he the one? Like, how do you write that? Like, does he take both titles?
No, I mean, WWE's got to figure out a way to get the titles separated. I think you're going to see a title match on Elimination Chamber that's going to give one title. It's going to be taking one title off Roman. I think Roman loses that Elimination Chamber.
Well, there's talks that it could be Sami Zayn.
Yeah. So I think that
Sami Zayn and Jay costs. Maybe this is how they completely strip everything down, and Sami Zayn beats Roman because Jay gets involved.
it's possible.
I mean, but a little bit shorter of a show today, guys.
Yeah.
But I didn't have it queued up, so just give me 1 second. This day in.
I mean, we had the MVP lounge. That was okay with Austin Theory. I kind of starting to like that guy. I want to touch base on I like the new Asuka. That what she looks.
Oh,
that look.
Badass.
That mask that she wore to the ring at the Rumble, that was sick. So
let's see. Birthdays today. Fit Finley. Dave Fit Finley is today is his birthday. Let's see if I can bring him up.
Hooray for birthdays.
He is 65 years old today, Fit Finley. He actually, from what I've been told, from what I've read and everything, he's considered to be one of the best teachers in the business. And he's one of the best guys in the business to learn from. So I think that's pretty cool. Brian Crush Adams.
Okay.
He was Kona Crush. In the old WWF days. Today would have been his birthday. He passed away in 2007. And then Jorge Giant Gonzalez.
Really?
It would have been his birthday as well today.
Nice.
And honestly, like I'm looking through, and there's only two moments that really are big. And one took place on the episode of Monday Night Raw in 2000.
What's going on, Dad Hat?
What's going on, Dad Hat? Thanks for stopping in. We appreciate it. But on this day in wrestling history, one of the most jaw-dropping moments in Monday Night Raw history took place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. At the start of the show, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Perry Saturn, and Dean Malenko appeared in the front row as guests of the WWE General Manager Mick Foley. The four superstars had recently been granted their release by WCW at their request. It marked the single biggest talent exodus at any point during the Monday Night Wars. The Radicals, as they were soon dubbed, ran in during the match between the New Age Outlaws and Head Cheese, Al Snow and Steve Blackman. That was the biggest oh shit moment. We have WCW invading WWE.
Nice. Yep. Nice. Remember that day.
And then in 2010, so 13 years ago today was the Royal Rumble.
Okay.
The WWE Royal Rumble took place at the Phillips Arena in Atlanta, Georgia. The Rumble match itself was won by Edge, who made a surprise return from a 5-month injury absence. The 7-minute, 19 seconds appearance by Edge is the shortest any Rumble winner had spent in the match. Other noteworthy happenings in that show was Christian successfully defending the ECW Championship against Ezekiel Jackson. This was the last time the title was contested on a pay-per-view, as the ECW brand was shut down the following month.
Nice. Nice.
So
I enjoyed Edge's return last night too as well. I'm finally happy to see that Rhea got speared. That was good.
oh, she took us. Oh, Beth Phoenix just lit her up. It was
that was fun to
amazing.
watch.
I wish she would have came out second or third and handled more business with Rhea in the actual Rumble. But
right. This is the day and the time in our show where Matt, the MaTT, is going to call out this guy for the 5th time, I think.
Well,
and this guy better be listening because Matt, take it over.
So here's my deal, Mr. Anderson. I want you to listen to how you're supposed to properly introduce you to a crowd. And when you decide that you want to come on the Huge Pop Wrestling podcast and
Justin,
have a Mr. Anderson off with me, MaTT, then we can go at it. But until then, this is how it's done. Weighing in tonight at an absolutely freaking astonishing 234 3/4 pounds. Hailing from Green Bay, Wisconsin, Mr. Anderson. Wait for it. Wait for it. You listening, Ken? Anderson.
Hey, Ken, the offer's out there. This guy right here, right there, over there, he's called you out. What you waiting for? Are you afraid of the Huge Pop Wrestling podcast? I know you listen. I know you've seen the videos. You've liked the videos. You follow the boy. Is he too much of a threat for you to come on the show? Or is it just as simple as you're afraid to come on the show because Matt, the MaTT, is...
I'm better than you, and you know it.
Maybe that's the problem.
I don't know. I have fun doing it. So let's. I would love to be graced by his presence. Thank you, Justin. Graced by his presence. He is one of my all-time favorites. Always has been. I would love to be going back to his TNA days. I would love to be one of Anderson's assholes. You know, like that to me, he's one of the best guys in the business, and it would make my day, make my year, make my century since we've been doing this to have him on the show. So if you're listening, Ken, please, I'd appreciate it. Please, begging, don't make a dude beg.
All right. Hey, guys, thanks for joining us in the chat. Thanks for listening to us talk about Royal Rumble and Monday Night Raw. We'll be back on Thursday at 12:15 Central Time, 1:15 Eastern Time. A lot of things going on. We'll talk more about what the weekend is on Thursday. So there's lots going on. Any parting words, my bro?
No, I think I just want to say thanks, Dad Hat. Thanks, King Joey. Thanks, Justin. Thanks, Wildcat MC. Thank you, Sammy, for coming in. Thank you, everyone who's out there just listening to. We appreciate you. And we'll see. I'll see you guys on TikTok. I'm very active out there. So if you want to just shoot me a message, hop in one of my lives, whatever. I enjoy talking to everyone. I have, you know, I just love the community. So,
And I'll echo his statements, guys. I love you guys. Not on TikTok as much as he is. I need to start getting on there to help promote our channel. But we love you guys. Love the support. Thank you, man. And hey, Matt, meet me in the lobby, okay?
alrighty.